how we are going to install our battery box is we're just going to put it in here. We're going to do a quick look underneath to see where the subframe is. Right there. See right there? Okay, so where that is, I'm just going to basically lose 2 holes, and I'm fine with that. Just take some red paint or any color paint you have. Mark your holes out, and then we're going to go get a drill and drill those holes. So now we're just going to punch out those holes. Now the bolts I use are only 3/8, but I punch all the holes out to 1/2 inch. And then I just install some big washers. Oh, just put that in place and we're just going to drop the hardware through now. This is what I was trying to avoid by building this unit right here. But realistically, this isn't too bad. I forgot some hardware. Problem is once you're done and you want to take the unit out and the door's shut and you're not going to be opening that door, it gets a little hard to remove these by yourself unless you have somebody to sit in the vehicle with you. Sorry, with one person in the vehicle and one person underneath, but I don't know. I was trying to make life a little bit simpler for myself and I gave up. I just gave up and went with something that works, something that I know that works and works good. Now with those installed, all you have to do is tighten it down. There you go. It's just that simple. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's huck a battery inside here. Now when I set up my car batteries, it doesn't really make a difference. But I always put positive side facing myself if I can, and negative facing the door. Just in case something happens, the door comes in and arcs out, it gives me less possibility of something going wrong. So now with the battery installed, it's time to do the gas tank. So I guess let's do the gas tank. Now it's time to bring in the fuel pump, and the fuel tank, and the fuel lines. Now, this is the tank that actually has a factory Toyota pump inside of it. So I know it will run this motor. Gotta get it in there, run our lines. what I like to do is I like to rip the factory grommet out of the firewall where the air conditioning lines come through, and then slide it over top of the actual fuel line. So that way it's a softener right at the firewall. Now we're just going to feed these through the firewall, like so, and then go underneath the engine bay and give them a tug to get them to where we want them to go. Now while I was underneath there, I actually fed the positive cable back through as well. So, now we have our fuel lines and our positive cables ran. That's how simple it is with these cars once you get the dash in. So I told you guys I'd fire her up, and what we have now is we have the fuel lines ran, we have a negative hooked up, just grounded to the body, we have the positive all the way right here, so we're just going to connect the positive for the fuel pump, and then here's the positives for the computer. Oh, fuel pump came off, jeez. And then I think that's about it underneath here, and then we just have to go send positive to the starter to tell it to go. And that is this white wire. Just touch it off the positive. Oh, listen to her fire right up. That's a good sign. We still have this massive vacuum leak. Wow, it is really nice to hear this thing run. How do you guys like that? A little bit of extra red line in action for you. But I think this motor is ready to go. So all we got to do now is finish the cage, put a seat into it. Actually, we kind of need to start the cage. Basically, all we've got done now is we moved the battery of the gas tank. And if we didn't do the motor swap, we're basically starting fresh from square one as of right now. So I think that's going to be it for today on this, but we still have to do lots and lots more to this car, so stay tuned, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow.